we will pick Bronny James and 3 potential landing spots ahead of 2024 NBA draft. A college basketball player that averaged 4.8 points per game during his freshman year usually doesn't garner much attention in the NBA draft. But when that player is the son of the most famous basketball player on earth and exceptions are made, and LeBron James' oldest son, Bronny, entered the 2024 NBA draft, and we expect to hear his name called sometime during Wednesday's first round or Thursday second round. And the 6-foot, 2-point guard player played 25 games with the USC Trojans in 2023 and 2024 after suffering a cardiac arrest last summer. And despite Lakers, by the way, production in his lone collegiate season, and Bronny James kept his name in the 2024 draft with agent Rich Powell, and he insisted his client will require a standard NBA contract and not a two-way deal. And looming over Bronny James' status in the implications for his father, and LeBron James is widely expected to opt out of his 2024 and 2025 player option with the Los Angeles Lakers and rejoin the team in free agency. But his previous comments about his wishes to someday play with his son in the NBA could entice some teams to draft his son with hopes of turning the Jameses into a package deal. And so which team, by the way, could select Bronny James? And Bronny James, by the way, wouldn't even need to move out of his Brentwood home if the Lakers selected him. And instead he would get to keep living with his father, turned teammate. And the Lakers are the most glaring and entertaining fit for Bronny James. However, there are questions about the Lakers' path to drafting him. And number 17 is viewed as far too early to use on Bronny James, and even in a draft field with question marks, but he also may not make it to number 55. And selecting Bronny James will set LeBron James up to finish his career as a Laker, by the way. However, the Lakers have to consider if taking the point guard at number 17 or using additional draft capital to move up from number to 55 is in the best interest of new head coach Jay Redick and all-star big man Anthony Davis and the rest of the organization. And the first year of the Phoenix Suns and the Big Three didn't go according to plan. And Kevin Durant, by the way, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal formed one of the NBA most expensive trios last of season. And but they ultimately didn't win a playoff game and were swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. And given the team's financial situation, and the draft could become a vital part of Phoenix's team building, the franchise could take a swing on Bronny James and hoping he pans out as a productive bench guard and potentially have his father follow him to the desert. And the Suns, by the way, the Suns are in Cap Hill and say that, alluding to the Suns, stars are being under contract and through the next 2 seasons. And maybe, by the way, maybe they take a chance on the second round pick like Bronny James and hope that LeBron says, you know what, I am going to leave the Lakers and play with these star players and take less money to try and get another championship opportunity. That's possible. And the Cleveland Cavaliers face more imminent and uncertainty, and with their top player and Donovan Mitchell has a 2025 and 2026 player option and could hit free agency next summer, and putting the Cavaliers in a position to extend or trade him this offseason or run the risk of losing him for nothing a year from now. And while Bronny James, by the way, could be a backup guard behind Mitchell in Cleveland, and I think LeBron James returning to Cleveland once again would entice Mitchell to stay put. And I think you can tell a guy like Mitchell and would want to stay in Cleveland if the King was coming back to make Ohio a championship contender once again. And Fumaidi says that when it comes to basketball fit, and teams could be inclined to see if Bronny James falls to them in the second round. However, even if it's a slim chance, and the possibility of landing LeBron James in a package deal could lure an organization to swing for the fences on his son earlier than expected. And you could admit, and the enticement of possibly buying LeBron James from the Los Angeles Lakers might be too much for a few NBA teams to pass up. And Fumaidi says that